Good afternoon, this is Pat Walker at Mission Winners, and we are making a training coaching video here on a setup. One of the most predominant setups is what everybody knows, the cup and a handle. If you only wait for the cup and a handle and do nothing else, you'll starve. We have to have a couple of other tools in our toolbox to use, and they don't need to be fancy and they don't need to be elaborate. They have to conceptually make sense. And I'm going to show you one, and this is one we use all the time. It's called the high or low setup. And when you see this, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Amazon fell down, and then it rallied, and then it fell again, and it bottomed here. This low is higher than this low. Also note, it fell on fairly heavy volume, and then it rallied on less volume, and then it fell on even less volume. What could that indicate? That the selling pressure has dried up. Notice I said a very important word in that question. Could. I'm not saying it did. We don't forecast. We simply get in line with what's happening and let the price and volume action guide us. But you can see it fell, it rallied, and then it fell, and potentially it formed a higher low. We don't know yet if it's going to take off, but we do know this. At this point in time, when we were looking at this chart on Amazon, this low is higher than this low. That could be a potential sign of selling pressure, drying up, and possibly buyers taking over. Now, what do we look for there? We want to see it push up in price, take out the previous bar's highs, and we want to see it do it on a pickup in volume. That indicates there's buyers are starting to take over. So here it is. Advance it one bar, and it takes out the highs of this bar, and it did it on a pickup in volume. Taking out the highs of this bar, the stock could be bought. Now, this is not a long, clean, and simple base breakout. This is a higher low setup. It's less reliable. So how do we control risk in that situation? If we buy, you buy less shares. It's that simple. Good investing is not always same size shares all the time. No, you factor in the risk of the setup and monitor the number of shares accordingly. But you did have a higher low, and it triggered on a pickup in volume. There we go. We made a video on this. We talked about this. This was on the key list, talking about this. Continue. Lifts up from that higher low, and it's still okay. It's fine. And then payday. Look at this bar on October 15th. Look at the volume takeoff there. So you bought it right here. We'll say the high on this bar is 32.60, I'll round up, 32.68. So we'll say you bought it for 32.70. Okay, 32.70, 32.72. You bought it. You're already up over 80 points. There you go. And then it does this. Look at that move. Quiet bar here. Starts to drop. What could a person do? You could sell some. See that gaps up and starts to drop? You can sell some. Stabilizes here. And then it starts to drop. And you can sell some more. It's a very simple pattern and tactic. It allows you, again, to get in when there is a change of the tide. It's fallen, it's fallen, it's fallen. Oh, it lifts up. Oh, it falls. And it falls on less volume. It doesn't take out the previous low. That is the higher low. And it works. And we use this to make money. It is simple. It is conceptually correct. Here's the beautiful part. You could ask me, and some of you are probably thinking this. Well, Pat, what if it doesn't work? Where do you sell? So you buy here. If it takes out the lows of these bars, you sell for a very small loss. We're not talking 7 or 8 or 10%. No way. You run it much tighter than that. And it works. It works like a champ. Anyway, I just wanted to explain this to you in a very slow and methodical approach on how to do this. I've used this for, couple of decades. I've used this for a long time. It's just simple, and it works with limited exposure, limited, controlled risk. Good entry, a clean and simple entry, gives us a clean and simple exit if it doesn't work. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to show you one of the tools in our toolbox that we use in Mission Winners. And yeah, it works. It works more times than not. And that's our edge. Thank you.